world is beautiful. I'm a perfect example. Everything is on you. Life is so beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Life is so beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Life is so beautiful. So beautiful. Now I'm so joyful because my life is so incredible.
We want to officially welcome you to the press briefing preceding our conference that's going to take place between the 3rd and 8th of November 2025 in the town of Kano. And for this press briefing, the president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria is going to lead. But before he talks, we're going to have a message from the chairman of the Conference Planning Committee, Pharmacist Friday Enaholo, before the president talks.
Let me warmly welcome you to this press briefing. Preparation for this year's PSN conference started some months back. As I speak, a lot of time, effort, planning has been invested in it. I can assure you it's going to be a conference with a difference. A conference where we're going to mix fun with intellectual discourse. We believe and we're very hopeful that at the end of the conference, we will come up with a communique that will change the course of pharmacy practice, that will impact pharmacy as a profession. Like I said earlier, it's going to be an interesting one. City of Kano is known for commercial activity and so many other good things. It's also an epicenter of politics in Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. So we're bringing something new, something different, something refreshing. It's going to have a gathering of pharmacists from all over the country, from outside the country even. So let me quickly assure you that it will be worth your while. As many of you from the press as can come, it will be exciting to see you there. As you may have been aware, the keynote address, the main theme will be pharmacy forward, building a future ready for workforce, for performance, collaboration, and health transformation. It's a big thing. And very intellectual people, eggheads, if we put it that way, are going to be there, not only to listen to the presentation, but also to have a panel discussing insights from that thing. So I want to assure you again, it's going to be something to look forward to. It won't be just exercise, English, grammar. There will be golf tournaments for those people who like to play golf. I don't know how to play golf. I'm going to be learning from the masters. I think PSN president is one of those masters. I'll be looking to see how it's going to hold that their thing. We're also going to have football match. So for those pharmacists who know how to play football, the Ronaldos and Messi in our midst, please come with your boots and make sure that you don't injure anybody. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of things to talk about.
Thank you, my CPC chairman, Pharmacist Friday Naholo. So I know we're all anticipating this wonderful conference. So many heads have been put into place to make sure that we all have a resounding conference. This is the 98th National Annual Conference of Pharmacists, and I bet you is the greatest gathering of professionals in Nigeria, in West Africa. And you have no other place to be between the 3rd and 8th of November, but in Kano, to witness this gathering of professionals. And now we're going to invite the president for the press briefing, as he's going to take us through the journey for the 98th Annual National Conference of Pharmaceutical Society. And before we proceed that, I want us to stand up as pharmacists. If a pharmacist, you stand up as we take on the pharmacy anthem.
We pharmacists, we are proud of pharmacy. We members all of the glorious PSN, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. As men of honor, we join hands for pharmacy. Pharmacists, we are the drug making. We are the dispensing. We are the drug retailing. We are the just name it.
of the PSN NEC present, members of council present, chairman of technical groups present, chairman of conference planning committee, elders of the profession and fellows, colleagues, gentlemen of the press, good morning. This is a text of an address by the President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Pharmacist Ayubatanko Ibrahim, FPSN, at the pre-conference briefing of the 98th Annual National Conference of the PSN, tagged DABO 2025, on Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, at the PSN National Secretariat, Anthony Village, Lagos. It is my privilege and honor to welcome you all to the traditional pre-conference briefing. Gentlemen of the press will appreciate the respect and cordiality that guides our relationship over the years. We shall approach this briefing from four main perspectives, which includes collective bargaining agreements, technical committee activities, and related matters. 2, the recurring misnomer of universities of medicine or medical science in Nigeria. 3, the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria centenary celebration, that is 1927 to 2027. 4, 98th National Annual Conference, tagged DABO 2025. Collective bargaining agreement, technical committee activities, and related matters. The collective bargaining agreement committee meetings held in September with trade unions and associations in healthcare, including JOHESU, AHPA, which represent over 80% of healthcare workforce. Pharmacists are represented through Nigerian Union of Allied and Health Professionals and the Assembly of Health Professionals Associations. The insistence on entrenching a relativity clause between the Consolidated Health Salary Structure, CONHES, and Consolidated Medical Salary Structure, CONMES, salary scales threatens to deepen divisions within the health sector. The PSN does not subscribe to this and will insist that the rights and privileges of its members are not trampled upon. Relativity in salary scales was clandestinely imposed in 1991 under the late Professor Olukoyi Ransom Kuti, who used his influence as health minister to push a medical salary scale to the disadvantage of the other healthcare professionals. That policy, which tilted the balance in favor of physicians, remains the root cause of the industrial unrest in the health sector today. And unless it is done away with, the health sector shall know peace. Before 1991, both pharmacists and physicians had internship programs and started their careers on grade level 8, moving to grade level 9 after the National Youth Service Corps. With the introduction of relativity, physicians were moved up to start on grade level 10, while other professionals were left behind. The current proposal seeks to entrench an even greater disparity, a relativity within relativity. If this is allowed, a physician starting at grade level 13 after youth service, please listen to this again, starting at grade level 13 after youth service, could earn 1.2 times what other health workers on the same grade level earn, despite having no experience. At the terminal level, this could widen to 1.5 times as allowances are tied to basic salaries. This is contrary to every known public or private sector remuneration standard, where workers on the same grade level earn the same emoluments. We insist that this cannot stand. Otherwise, it becomes meaningless to study any other health course apart from medicine. The existing collective bargaining agreement with the federal government is clear. Our wages must be parity-based, not relativity-based. The PSN and JOHESU will resist any attempt to entrench such an immoral and unlawful policy. In fact, it's even our apartheid policy. It's an apartheid policy. The federal government may need to engage labor and legal experts and or consultants to assist it in unlocking ideal salary scales which are in tandem with the norm and convention in employment standards. Moreover, there are all over the world, developed countries are also running health. Why don't we send people to them and study how they do it, so that we come and implement, so that we don't have this apartheid-like salary structure. At the same time, we are advocating new allowances for hospital pharmacists, covering scarce skill, extra work, and productivity. Because pharmacists are integral to patient care, over 97% of patients in hospitals end up at the pharmacy. Yet the profession is losing talent rapidly. PSN data shows that over 8,200 pharmacists have failed to renew their licenses in the past 5 years, many of them having migrated abroad. What do you call it? Japa syndrome. The government must address this exodus in the national interest. There are other salient issues in this ongoing negotiation that must be tackled headlong. One such area is the pharmacist consultant cadre, which is expected to feature prominently. We have maintained a lawful position that under trade union law, only a union or association can negotiate the welfare of its own members. It doesn't make sense for another profession or union to be dabbling in the negotiation of other professional body. Therefore, only PSN and Johesu can negotiate on the pharmacist consultant cadre. The National Council on Establishment has already approved this cadre. The Federal Ministry of Health must now enforce the Memorandum of Understanding with Johesu to ensure full implementation in all federal health institutions. Over 35 institutions are yet to comply, although we commend those that have. It will interest you to know that apart from being approved by the Federal Minister of Establishment and also Federal Minister of Health has written to the Chief Medical Directors to implement, they have refused and nothing has been done. Some governments must also key in, especially Lagos State, which has been slow to act, allegedly due to enemy pressure. We are urging Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to conclude what could become one of his lasting legacies. As a member of the Lagos Executive Council years ago, he has supported the establishment of the Pharmacist Consultant Cadre, which received national approval in 2011. When he campaigned in 2019 at the PSN Lagos Secretariat, he also promised to reinstate and suspend the suspended circular on the cadre, something we are still waiting for, and he is about to finish his tenure. In recent months, it appears the son, which has been accused by a plethora of health professionals of stifling their growth, truly lives up to that unfortunate reality because of what has been styled the influence of the godmother of enemy in Lagos. I won't say more than that. The handling of the approval of the suspended circular on pharmacist consultant cadre by the Ambrose administration since 2018 has not sent good signals because the incumbent administration remains mute despite multiple entreaties. We shall not beg Governor Sanwo-Olu, but we hasten to remind him that the countdown to the end of his tenure in May 2027 has begun. He should remember what will be his legacy. Like the biological clock of life, we encourage Governor Sanwo-Olu to be decisively bold in being counted on the positive side of history on this crucial subject matter. Moving forward, the PSN will build a new pharmacy workforce structure with consultant pharmacists at the apex of hospital administrative and academic practice, making it both rewarding and impact-driven. Our conference will be geared towards evolving in this direction, as you will see within the context of this briefing. The recurring misnomer, that's number 2, the recurring misnomer of universities of medicine or medical sciences in Nigeria. The branding of a university after a single profession within a multidisciplinary sector like health is fundamentally discriminatory. The practice violates Section 42, subsection A and subsection B of the 1999 Constitution, which prohibits discrimination against Nigerian citizens based on their gender, religion, or social and cultural affiliations. In Nigeria, citizens' social status significantly influences their benefits, privileges, and overall reward system. By singling out medicine in the naming of a new health sector university, other health professionals are inadvertently relegated to a subordinate or surrogate status. This can be psychologically damaging, causing feelings of inferiority that affect students from their training days through their professional lives. It's a well-established fact that medicine is a health science. Medicine is the health science and practice of preventing, diagnosing, and treating diseases, injuries, and disorders in humans. It involves applying scientific knowledge and principles to understand the human body, diagnose and treat illnesses, and promote overall health. As a health science, medicine consists of a biological basis, clinical applications, evidence-based practice, and an interdisciplinary approach. Overall, medicine is a vital component of the health sciences, and its applications have a significant impact on human well-being. For easy reference, Nigeria's first health-focused university was named the University of Health Sciences, Makurdi, Benue State. Unfortunately, the precedent was set years ago by former Ondo State Governor, who is a physician, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, who established the first University of Medical Sciences. Many other governors have since followed suit. Only recently, a State House of Assembly violated the 1999 Constitution by conducting a talk show in the guise of a public hearing, because selected representatives of only one profession were allowed to endorse the flawed nomenclature of a University of Medicine and Health Sciences. The reality of the situation in the health sector is that the power that be have advertently or inadvertently created a crop of physicians who are super villains. A preponderance of the representatives of physicians in representative capacity have now specialized in grudge complex, which makes it extremely unsafe to surrender the future of health professions to these forces. For the records, as at early 2025, there exists in Nigeria about 275 universities. The federal and state governments have 63, while there are 149 private universities. In October 2021, the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria posited that there are 62 medical schools, and by implication, 62 physician provosts in those universities. And 37 of these medical schools have full accreditation, while others enjoy partial status. As at 2022, the Senate of the Federal Republic approved an additional 18 universities for health and medical sciences, while few states and private institutions have come up with about an additional 10 training facilities in the last 3 years. This data confirms that at least 30 vice chancellors slot of the universities of medicine / medical sciences in Nigeria has been exclusively allotted to the profession of medicine, giving only one profession an undue advantage of producing almost 50 vice chancellors of the 275 universities that presently exist in Nigeria. What this trend does is that the confidence level of health professionals who train in universities of medicine or medical and health sciences will have been destroyed ab initio, a situation that is detrimental to ultimate goal of good health practice. Based on these facts, pharmacists and other health care workers must challenge the unlawful nomenclature of universities of medicine, medical science to protect the integrity of the health sector. We all agree that medicine is a health science, pharmacy is a health science, nursing is a health science. Then why are you naming a university of medical sciences and then sometimes you add health sciences? Just name the university health sciences so that every health professional will feel free to belong to the university. Number 3, the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria Centenary Celebration. As you know, I call myself the Centenary President of PSN because I'm the president. I'm the president under whose tenure the 100 years of PSN will be celebrated. And I don't take it lightly. I'm excited to announce to you that the PSN will be 100 years old on March 26, 2027, which is barely 17 months from now. This makes us probably the oldest recognized professional body, apart from being one of the best organized in the annals of systemic evolution in the Committee of Decent Professions in Nigeria. Let me repeat, we are about the most well-organized professional body in Nigeria. The PSN has put together a centenary committee under the watch of one of our distinguished past presidents, Pharmacist Olumide Akintayo, FPSN, who will liaise with you periodically. We enjoy you to watch out for the events to commemorate the PSN centenary, which will involve the active participation of the federal government, state governments, global and strategic health partners, donor agencies, pharmaceutical companies, and the generality of stakeholders. Our centenary will be a unique opportunity to showcase pharma advances in the quest to strengthen Nigeria's fragile health system, which we must continue to consolidate to bring up to par. The roadmap to these goals and objectives will be launched subsequently as I crave your usual goodwill and support. Number 4, that is the last but not the least, the 98th Annual National Conference for the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, DABO 2025. It is my honor to present to you the proceedings for our 98th Annual National Conference, DABO 2025, which is slated to hold at the ancient city of Kano. The opening ceremony of the National Conference will hold at the Convocation Arena, Bayero University, Kano, where a keynote address will be delivered on the theme, Pharmacy Forward, Building a Future-Ready Workforce for Performance, Collaboration, and Transformation, by an erudite scholar and immediate past master's of Christian University, Abeokuta, Professor Peace Chidedum Abalola, FPSN, FES, who is a seasoned professor of pharmaceutical chemistry. In our quest to prepare for greater and bigger things ahead, we are aligning registered pharmacists in the community, administrative, hospital, industrial, and academic sectors for new as well as contemporary realities in practical life. The conference will feature seminars, scientific expositions, and presentations to town hall meetings, and the annual general meeting, and a closing banquet. This unique conference will feature top notchers at both the executive and legislative arms of government at federal and state levels. I assure you, we shall keep you abreast of events pertaining to the conference in the days ahead. Finally, I wish to put on record the depth of our appreciation once again for this high-level attendance and your tremendous commitment to the health and welfare of consumers of health in our country. As an addition, I think somebody mentioned it, the chairman mentioned it, before the conference proper, there will be a golf tournament at the golf course in Kano, and the President's Cup shall be won. So if you are a golf enthusiast, get yourself ready to be in Kano 2 days before the start of the conference, when the golf tournament will hold. I wish to put on record the depth of our appreciation once again for this high-level attendance and your tremendous commitment to the health and welfare of consumers of health in our country. I promise to continue to work with you as we break new grounds for the overall benefit of Nigerians. God bless you. God bless the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
To the centenary presidents, Pharmacists Ayuba Tanko Ibrahim, thank you so much for this, and we want to invite questions from members of the press. Please, if you are having a question, you step forward so you can be captured. Members of the press, with a question, you come forward and let's have your questions.
Congratulations again, the centenary president. And I hope it will be a better one. I wish to attend that celebration by the time it comes in 2027. So I have a couple of questions here. So I'll start with the first one, which is the migration of pharmacists abroad. You mentioned that about 8,200 pharmacists have not been registered, and some have traveled abroad, and there is no replacement. Just this morning, one of our members is hospitalized in one of the public hospitals, and she was just telling me that, see, we need to raise a press statement about patient health care in Nigeria. I say, oh, that's beautiful. She has been observing a lot of lapses, a lot of gaps, and you just corroborated that this morning, that there are no pharmacies. So what is PSN doing, number one, to bridge the gap in the existence of pharmacists and the gap in patient care? And what is the government, what is the PSN taxing the government to do about it? So that is my first question. The second question, like I congratulated you on your new status as a centenary president, I want to ask, in what way or what are the plans you are making, though you say they are in the pipeline, but we would like you to brief us on some of the plans for the centenary celebration to make pharmacy better, that you met it. Then lastly, the theme of the conference, Pharmacy Forward, building a future-ready workforce for performance, collaboration, transformation. So in what way is this conference going to affect masses, the masses in general? How will they feel the impact of pharmacist performance? So, because the essence of healthcare is the patient. So if the patients are not being felt, if they are not feeling the impact of the pharmacists, and then of what impact will the conference be? So I would like you to shed light on these questions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Temitope, for your question. Jackpot syndrome. What is the PSN doing about it? The PSN cannot do anything about it. That's the truth. Because the reasons why people are leaving the country are not caused by PSN. It's about the conditions in the country. Our young men nowadays, fresh graduates, they are not as patient as we used to be when we graduated. They are not. Gen Z. They want everything fast. And especially when they are seeing the government policies are discriminating against them. Apartheid policies in your own country. Just because you read a different profession from another person. So definitely, you go to another country where you'll be recognized and treated as an equal. So unless the government sits down and have a holistic review of health sector and stop these discriminatory practices of treating one profession as the favored child while the others can go to hell, it will not go off. People will keep living. Let me tell you, me as a person, this I'm talking personally now, wherever I'm going to be and you discriminate against me, even if you are going to pay me higher, I would leave that place and go to where I will be recognized as an equal where I'm working. So it goes deeper than just living. Nobody likes to be discriminated against. And the government should be aware that apartheid has been abolished all over the world. And you cannot be fighting apartheid outside and come home and be instituting apartheid in the health sector. The earlier the government stood up to the discriminatory practices they are forced to do, because I want to say they are forced to do, the better for everybody. They should go back to pre-1991 health sector. When we graduated newly, the health sector used to be headed by non-professionals, that is health administrators. They used to head our hospitals. So there was no room for a profession to be favoring their members. Health administration is a cadre. People go and read them. Up to now, abroad, they do it. The health professionals or administrators, they run the hospitals. You doctor, come and do your work. Pharmacists, come and do your work. Nurse, come and do your work. So there's no room for this discrimination. But the moment they started making the head of hospitals, medical doctors, all they know how to do is to favor their colleagues to the detriment of others. And let me tell you, human nature. Let's assume you are paying me 100,000. And we are working together. You are paying him maybe 120. You are paying me 100. Everybody is happy. Then you now come and increase my salary to 150, but you increase his own to 250. You have killed that place, because you will demotivate everybody, and there will be disillusion. And if not, care is not taken, sabotage. It is the government that caused this. The government should be the one to solve it. They should send a delegation to some developed countries to study their healthcare sector and find out how it is run. So this apartheid shall be abolished. And if it's abolished and people are happy, they will stay and work in Nigeria. They will not depart. My beloved centenary. Centenary means 100 years. Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria has come a long way from chemists and druggists to diploma in pharmacy to BSc pharmacy to B Pharm to Pharm D. And you can see that we are growing in leaps and bounds. A pharmacist can hold their own anywhere against anybody. I can beat my chest and say that. The old days of some timid pharmacists who are afraid of the medical doctor at the hospital are over. Our young pharmacists are well trained, well educated, and they know what they are doing. So they can hold their own against anybody at any time. So we are proud as pharmacists. We have achieved a lot, even though there are so many hurdles to surmount. So we want to mark the centenary to let Nigerians know that pharmacy has come of age. We have come of age, and we shall celebrate our centenary in such a way that everybody and every household in Nigeria will know that there's a profession called pharmacy. Inshallah. It will be a groundbreaking occasion that will leave lasting impressions in the minds of Nigerians when it takes place. It is coming up in 2027. So get ready. All you journalists are expected there. It will be in the capital city of Abuja, the seat of power, where all men of timber and caliber will be expected to attend. So, thank you. Yeah, I like this last question. In what way would the DABO 2005 conference affect the masses? Temitokwe, already it's an established fact that when an average Nigerian is not well, the first person he goes to is the pharmacist. It's an established fact because we have community pharmacists in the community and they are dearest to the community. So when somebody in the community is ill, the first place he thinks of is the community pharmacist. And I'm bold to say that our community pharmacists are competent and they can handle many health issues. And those that are beyond their competence, they refer to the medical doctors. We practice professionally and ethically. So whatever new skills and knowledge our pharmacists are going to get in DABO 2025 will be translated in the way they practice, and the masses that are going to take treatment from them will benefit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Pharma News, and also my president for giving us elucidate answers to the question. Any more press with questions? Thank you. You step forward. Are you? You have to come forward to ask the question. Sorry.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. Congratulations to you and to your team on the centenary celebration that are coming, and including the conference, national conference. You deserve to be congratulated because it's not easy to put together any conference of that nature, and you are doing it now. So I just want to quickly ask. My name is Chioma Umeha. From independent newspapers. So I want to ask about your recommendations, because the drug cost has continued to escalate. In addition to the exodus of pharmacy professional, among other healthcare professional, the migration, yet the drug cost, despite the presidential intervention. So we want to know, the way forward, because drug prices has continued to escalate, and how the average Nigerian, can access health care without, health insurance. Most Nigerians are still paying out of pocket.
It is true that an executive order was signed by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to help bring down the cost of medicines, but instead of coming down, the cost went up. This is because you cannot decree a decrease in price by just a pronouncement. There are other factors that contribute to cost of drugs. What about the foreign exchange? Have you put it in order? Drug manufacturers buy raw materials and other products by importing them. And if your cost of foreign exchange is going higher, definitely at the end of the day, the cost of drugs will go higher. So I'm appealing to the government to look at it holistically, identify the factors that contribute to the cost of drugs, take measures to mitigate those factors, so that at the end of the day, the cumulative effect will be the reduction in the cost of drugs. But just making a pronouncement that you have reduced one item or one something so that the cost of drugs will come down, it will not come down. It will not come down. So we are still appealing to the government to look at it again and take holistic measures to ensure that the cost of drugs come down, because nobody would like to fall sick and go to the hospital and they write drugs for him and he cannot buy. Indirectly, you are sentencing yourself to death, and nobody likes to die. Even those who want to go to heaven, they don't want to die. So it's up to the government to rejig their economic measures to take a holistic action to bring down the cost of drugs.
Congratulations, Mr. President, for the forthcoming national conference. My question to you is this. You talked about apathy in healthcare system. What do you think, or what is your message to the president, knowing fully well that if there is apathy in healthcare system, the patient, which is supposed to be at the center, suffers? What is your message to Mr. President to ensure that the healthcare system is, of course, rid of apathy and collaboration for patient care center? Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you. All over the world, including Nigeria, we all know that healthcare is a team system. You cannot have healthcare without the doctor, the pharmacist, the nurse, the medical lab scientists, the physiotherapists, and other health professionals. And globally, that's how health is looked at. Teamwork. So if you want to solve all these problems we have in healthcare, just bring back the concept of teamwork. Treat the professionals in the health sector as part of a team. So whatever you want to do to enhance the performance of the team, you do for everybody in the team. But when you pick one group of the team and enhance everything about them, well, in fact, in Nigeria, it's so bad that medical doctors dictate to the government what they should pay others. And they have threatened the government several times that if you pay pharmacists or nurses, this allowance will go on strike. Where else can this take place if not in Nigeria? One profession is dictating to the government. He's an employee of the government who is telling the government, if you implement this or if you approve this, we shall go on strike. And the government listens. Then it's a pity. The government should reclaim its authority, behave like a government, behave like all the people in the healthcare sector are important and are contributing their quota to making the health of Nigerians very important. So the moment the government recognizes that other healthcare professionals are also important, not only medical doctors, that will be halfway to solving the problem. And my recommendation is that we should go back to pre-1991 health sector, when there was parity within the health sector, even though we were all not earning the same salary. For example, I did my internship on level 8. The doctors that we graduated together were on level 8, but I think step 3, I was on step 1 or 2, something like that. The difference is a step. So you can see that it's not discriminatory. But when a fresh graduate of medicine start on 13, while the pharmacists start on 11 or 9, then you are not looking for peace or harmony in the health sector. I'm repeating it. Let the government know that you can't be discriminating against people and you expect them to put in their best. Apartheid is not acceptable anywhere. If we fought it in South Africa, we fought it in South Africa, all the world came together and fought it. And you are now implementing it in the health sector in Nigeria. I don't think you want harmony and peace. So the government, when I was deputy president, under the government of Jonathan, he set up a high-powered committee on harmony in the health sector. I played a part in that committee, and they made some beautiful recommendations to solve this disharmony. If the government wants, it should go back to that document. It is still with the government. The document, the committee studied the causes of the disharmony and how to correct them. It's a beautiful document. The government should go back to it, dust it, and implement, and everybody will be at peace.
Congrats, Millennium Centenary President. Someone made a joke some time ago that of all the universities we have in Nigeria, that no one had been able to print oil. So I'm so surprised. I'm worried that with all the health universities or medical universities we have in Nigeria, we still import even drugs like analgesics or something like paracetamol. I don't know. Are we not supposed to be self-sufficient in drug production?
I'm proud to tell you that the Nigerian pharma sector is willing and able to manufacture drugs to meet the needs of Nigerians. We have several companies in Nigeria that are doing well and expanding. The Fitsins, the Ambrose, the MMBs, and so on. They are doing what they can, but like I told you, they are facing some problems in the sector which are more economic than operative. So I will recommend a dialogue between FEMPIA and the federal government, where the federal government will be giving demands or issues that they think is affecting productivity, so that the government can tackle them head on and everything will be okay. The current Minister of Health has done his best by trying to encourage the production of active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs. And he has also introduced some other measures. But I want those measures to be holistic. Not that you see this problem here, you bring measures to solve it, then another problem rears its head somewhere. I want us to have a roundtable conference of health professionals where everybody will talk freely and say the things that are causing the problems in the health sector. If this government would be bold enough to do that, like the government of Jonathan did, and they have a document to show for it, I still recommend we go back to that the Jonathan administration document on harmony in the health sector. They should please go and study it and try to implement it, and all this will be a thing of the past. But I'm assuring you, our local manufacturers are equal to the task to meet our drug demands. Thank you.
I want to use the opportunity again to appreciate all the members of the press that were here present, and also members of the CPC and my national chairman, other pharmacists here residing here in Lagos that was able to make it to this press briefing. So we look forward to you all in Kano, the 3rd to 8th of November. I want to see each and every one of us as we're going to join hands to make sure we carry our profession to the next level. I want to appreciate my president for taking out time to do this, and also taking out the patience to giving good answers to the questions that were raised by our pressmen. I also want to appreciate my chairman, Pharmacist Friday Naholo, for showing up and also being here even long before we started. Thank you all for your presence. I remain Pharmacist Lizette Njideke, the National Public Secretary. God bless you all.
Everything around me is so peaceful. Hard times will come, but I will stay hopeful. Those days, I was never thoughtful. The mistakes I made are my breakthrough. Now I realize the world is so beautiful, so wonderful, so peaceful. Never knew wicked things could be so helpful. I learned the hard way, the only way. Now I'm a big artist for Nigeria. Fifth album is on the way. Hey, yeah. I'm so happy. What is so beautiful for me? The world is beautiful. I'm a perfect example. Everything is on you. Life is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. 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 Life is so beautiful. 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 Life is so beautiful.
That's why I say the seas, the stars, the sun, the moon,